Let's just get through this last event and prove we're not a bunch of cheaters. Then you can go over and apologize.
I know I'm asking you to beat a team that isn't playing fair, but Canterlot High must be made to understand that even with magic at their disposal, beating Crystal Prep is simply not an option.
What if they grow wings again?
A fair question, though I believe we can now fight fire with fire. I've seen what your device can do, Twilight. Containing magical energy is fine, but have you considered releasing it?
But I don't even understand how it works.
But you'd like to. And since our opponents have already used it to stay competitive, I see no reason why we shouldn't do the same. Unless, of course, you have no interest in Everton. Though, honestly, I think there's more knowledge packed in that little device than any independent study program could offer. I realize that you've always been an outcast. It's not everyone at school who likes to think. To find a student that's like you, I've had one or maybe two, but the good ones disappear before I blink. Now I understand you have your reservations. It's hard to have a brain as large as yours. But if we don't win these games, well, I think I've made it plain what will happen if we have the losing score.
Unleash the magic, unleash the magic. If we lose, then you're to blame. They all have used it, maybe abused it. So then why can't we do the same?
Call it power, call it magic. If we lose, it will be tragic. More important is the knowledge we'll have lost. A chance like this won't come again. You'll regret not giving in. Isn't understanding magic worth the cost?
Unleash the magic, unleash the magic. We're not friends here after all. Our only interest in this business is seeing Canterlot High School fall.
What I'm suggesting is very simple. And since it's win-win on all scores, you only want to learn about the magic that you have stored. And as for me and all the others, we only want what we deserve. That our school will clinch the win, and my legacy will endure.
Unleash the magic, unleash the magic. If we lose, then it's a crime. But we can win it if you begin it. It's up to you to not fail this time. Unleash the magic, free the magic now. Unleash the magic, free the magic now. Imagine all unlearned by setting it free. Unleash the magic, free the magic now. Now winning these games depends on me. Unleash the magic, free the magic now. What doors might open if I try to use it? The last event of the Friendship Games begins. But the magic's what I really want to see. Unleash the magic, free the magic. Unleash the magic, free the magic now. You were right. I didn't understand magic before, but I do now.
anywhere to avoid that monster. And I suggest you do the same.
Twilight, you can't do this. Why not? There's a whole other world right there, and it's just filled with magic. But you're destroying this world to get it. So what? There's more magic there. And I want to understand it all.
Don't let go!
Hang on! I'll be a slave! We've got you! This isn't the way. I know you feel powerful right now. Like you can have everything you want. I've been where you are. I've made the same mistake you're making. I put on a crown, and just like you, I was overwhelmed by the magic it contained. I thought it could get me everything I wanted. Oh, you're wrong. Unlike you, I can have everything I want. No, you can't. Even with all that magic and power, you'll still be alone. True magic comes from honesty, loyalty, laughter, generosity, kindness. I understand you, Twilight, and I want to show you the most important magic of all.
The magic of friendship.
Twilight! Spike.
Take my hand, Twilight. Let me show you there's another way. Just like someone once did for me.
I am so sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
I know. And going by my own experiences,
Principal Celestia, on behalf of Crystal Prep, I demand that you forfeit the friendship games. Clearly, CHS has had unfair advantage for...
Are you sure this is good? Attention students.
You put the lives of my friends in danger.
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Twilight! Wait!
You can't possibly call that a fair race.
Principal Cinch, we all saw what happened. You can't think CHS had some kind of advantage.
Can't I? Even without your trained attack plans, your students have wings.
Well, the race certainly had some extenuating
The games will continue, and Crystal Pep will prevail despite your antics and whatever performance-enhancing regimen your students are on.
I'm sorry I couldn't stop all this from happening. It's not your fault. Well, Stop, Sugar. She's at.
Eating Crystal Prep is simply not my can do, Twilight. Containing magical energy is fine, but have you considered releasing it?
But I don't even understand how it works.
But you'd like to. And since our opponents have already used it to stay competitive, I see no reason why we shouldn't do the same. Unless, of course, you have no interest in Everton. Honestly, I think there's more knowledge packed in that little device than any independent study program could offer. I realize that you've always been an outcast. It's not everyone at school who likes to think. To find a student that's like you, I've had one or maybe two, but the good ones disappear before I blink. Now I understand you have your reservations. It's hard to have a brain as large as yours. But if we don't win these games, well, I think I've made it plain what will happen if we have the losing score.
Unleash the magic, unleash the magic. If we lose, then you're to blame. They already used it, maybe abused it. So then why can't we do the same?
Call it power, call it magic. If we lose, it will be tragic. More important is the knowledge we'll have lost. A chance like this won't come again. You'll regret not giving in. Isn't understanding magic worth the cost?
Unleash the magic, unleash the magic. In a fancy hashtag our only interest in this business is seeing Canterlot has
What I'm suggesting is very simple. And since it's win-win on all scores, you only want to learn about the magic that you have stored. And as for me and all the others, we only want what we deserve. That our school will clinch the win, and my legacy will endure.
unleash the magic. If we lose, then it's a crime. But we can win it if you begin it. It's up to you to not fail this time. Unleash the magic, free the magic now. Unleash the magic, free the magic now. Imagine all
right. I didn't understand magic before, but I do now.
Equestria! Yes, she's so very special. Trap him, you fool! Fight! Fight! Fluttershy!
I'll take that. At last. More power than I could ever imagine.
This is gonna be so cool!
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown. And it really should have been mine all along. But let's let bygones be bygones. I am your princess now. And you will be loyal to me. Round them up and bring them to the portal. Spoiler alert. I was bluffing when I said I was going to destroy the portal. I don't want to rule this pathetic little high school. I want Equestria. And with my own little teenage army behind me, I'm going to get it.
No, you're not.
Oh, please. What exactly do you think you're going to do to stop me? I have magic, and you have nothing.
She has us.
Gee, the gang really is all back together again. Now step aside. Twilight has tried to interfere with my plans one too many times already. She needs to be dealt with. What?
The magic contained in my element was able to unite with those that helped create it. of the crown, they create a power beyond anything you could imagine. But it is a power you don't have the ability to control. The crown may be upon your head, Sunset Shimmer, but you cannot wield it, because you do not possess the most powerful magic of all, the magic of friendship.
What is happening?
Here and in Equestria, it is the only magic that can truly unite us all. You will never rule in Equestria. Any power you may have had in this world is gone. Tonight, you've shown everyone who you really are. You've shown them what is in your heart.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know there was another way.
The magic of friendship doesn't just exist in Equestria. It's everywhere. You can seek it out, or you can forever be alone. The choice is yours.
But all I've ever done since being here is drive everyone apart. I don't know the first thing about friendship.
I bet they can teach you.
Those are my girls! Woohoo!
Did that dog just talk? Whoa, weird.
Seriously? The talking dog is the weird thing about all this?
I, for one, think you're adorable.
Oh, yeah.
I believe this belongs to you. A true princess in any world leads not by forcing others to bow before her, but by inspiring others to stand with her. We have all seen that you are capable of just that. I hope you see it too, Princess Twilight.
I do.
Would now be a completely awkward time to ask you for that dance?
This is our big night. We made it happen, now let's party all night. We're here now, and we worked so hard to make it come around to tonight. So let's try to make it last forever. School lights so bright, beat is pumping through the night. Party starting, DJ's got the music just right. Six friends on the way up now. Six friends here to show you how. This is our big night. This is our big night. This is our big night.
You'll look out for her, won't you? Of course we will. Although I do expect some sort of apology for last spring's debacle. I have a feeling she'll be handing out a lot of apologies. We better get going. I know we've only been friends for a short time, but I'm gonna miss all of you so much.
That crown really does suit you, Princess Twilight.
You know what, Spike? I am starting to feel a little more comfortable wearing it.
And the wings?
I've been walking on two legs and picking things up with these. Wings? I'm thrilled that's all I'll be dealing with back in Equestria. Oh, bummer.
Twilight! Oh, you're back! You got your crown! I knew you could do it!
Oh, we were so worried. Sunset Shimmer, is she all right?
I think she's gonna be fine.
Twilight, do you think you can use your magic? I don't want to use too much. Midnight Sparkle could take over. Twilight! Our friends are in there. Okay.
Please, Gloriosa. What you're doing is crazy. You have to listen to me.
That isn't Gloriosa. Twilight! Dawson, you're okay! That isn't your sister. It's someone who's been consumed by equestrian magic.
Whoever you are, you have to let my sister go. Please, Gloriosa, come back. I need you. Gloriosa!
Rarity!
I can't keep this up forever!
It's up to you. You can use your magic to pull the brambles apart.
No, there's too many of them. It would take too much magic. I can't.
It's the only way. You have to embrace the magic inside you.
But what if she takes over? What if instead of saving everyone, I turn into Midnight Sparkle and only make things worse?
That won't happen. We won't let it. Come on, Twilight. You have to be stronger than she is. You will never control me. I will always be a part of you. Twilight, listen to me. You are in charge.
You are a light, darling. A force for good. Yeah, you can kick the darkness's butt. We're here for you, Twilight.
And we'll be here no matter what.
We believe in you.
You are not Midnight Sparkle. No, I am Twilight Sparkle.
And the magic I carry inside me is the magic of friendship.
Gloriosa?
What happened?
It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
You did it! Oh, nice plane. What are these? I'm not sure, but clearly we have some kind of connection to them.
I almost don't care what they are. They are gorgeous. And we'll totally go with the other collection I was working on for the camp fashion show. That's probably cancelled, isn't it? Oh.
ne peut m'en dissuader. Allez, 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 je ferai tout pour t'accompagner. Tellement je suis borné, je suis bien dans ma bulle. Allez, 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 tout est beau, tout est rose. Tant que je l'impose, dis-moi qui est le plus beau. Allez, allez, allez. Allez, allez, allez. Miroir, qu'as-tu fait de ma tête? Cette transformation malhonnête, ce n'est pas ce que je demandais. Allez, 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 le buzz n'était que factice. Je ne suis plus dans la matrice, y'a plus personne pour en parler. Allez, 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 je ferai tout pour récupérer ce que je suis en train de gâcher. Enfin sorti de ma bulle. Allez, 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 tout est beau, tout est rose. Avant que mon ego s'impose, j'ai fini de te regarder. Allez, allez, allez. 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 Plus beau, quitte à devenir mégalo. Viens donc chatouiller mon ego. Miroir, dis-moi qui est le plus beau, quitte à devenir mégalo. Viens donc chatouiller mon ego. Allez, 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 laisse-moi entrer dans ta matrice, goûter à tes délices. Personne ne peut m'en dissuader. Allez, 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 je fais tout pour t'accompagner. Tellement je suis borné, je suis bien dans ma bulle. Allez, 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 tout est beau, tout est rose. Tant que je l'impose, dis-moi qui est le plus beau. Allez, allez, allez.
This is Maikun, an Egyptian mummy. He is cute and adorable, unlike other mummies. The story starts with Sora, a high school boy, who lives with a woman and she is busy working in her room. As the doorbell rings, he opens the door, and the delivery girl arrives with a very huge package. The package contains a huge coffin with a thick letter sent by his dad from Egypt. In letter, he says that inside it is an adorable mummy, but he won't believe it, thinking it might be a scary one, because his father keeps sending him dangerous things. Once his father sent him good luck scarecrow, but it tried to stab him. Another time, a cursed Daruma doll, and even a doll that ward off evil but caused trouble instead. Knowing his father, Sora worries that the cute mummy might also try to end his life. As the coffin starts to shake, Sora grabs a press as a defense against the mummy. In that instant, the coffin opens, and from it comes out a tiny and cute mummy that startles Sora. Though it was small, Sora doesn't want to let his guard down as it might harm him. He uses a cloth hanger to push it, and then manages to get it back into the coffin. As he closes the coffin and thinks of sending Mummy back to Egypt, tears come out of it. The little mummy was crying. Sora starts wiping the tears on the floor. The mummy wants to help, but stopped by Sora from moving further. It hides, then comes back and knocks the notebook as if it were a door. Sora isn't sure if it's safe to keep the mummy, so he tells it to go into the coffin. But the mummy doesn't want to go. In its own way, the mummy expresses that it wants to stay and help Sora in household chores. Sora tells the mummy that due to its small size, it might not be able to help much, which brings tears to the little mummy's eyes. So, he allows it to try to help around the house, but as expected, working seemed impossible for it. And Tiny Mummy ends up wetting itself. Sora dries it with a towel. Now Sora is worried about what he's supposed to do with it. He then reads his father's letter, where he wrote down everything he knows about the mummy so far and a warning never to take off the bandages. Sora then reads a book about mummies, but the ones described in the book don't look anything like this. As the poor mummy starts crying again, Sora eventually decides to keep it. But if he's going to take care of it, it needs a name. As Sora thinks of a name, his pet dog, Pachai, shows up. He hugs Pachai, and the dog starts feeling good and barking. Seeing Pachai happy with Sora, the mummy also wants to be hugged and starts imitating Pachai's barking. Sora is surprised that Mummy can bark. It runs over and jumps on Sora. He tries to catch the mummy to prevent it from falling, but it hides behind his hoodie cap. Sora puts Pachai down to handle the mummy. But Pachai starts barking out of jealousy, and Sora has to keep him in his arms. The mummy notices this and barks again to get Sora's attention. But Pachai gets angry and barks at the mummy. They both start barking at each other while Sora is trying to calm them down, thinking, will these two ever get along? Suddenly, he remembers that he has to name the mummy and names it Mai. Upon receiving a name, Mai becomes extremely happy that he gets to stay here. He moves closer to Sora and starts rubbing his cheeks to show that he's happy. Now, Sora shows Mai-kun how to drink water, but he struggles and ends up getting wet. As a result, Sora gives water in a bottle cap, best for Mai-kun's size to drink. Now, Pachai comes to Sora with his bowl, wanting food. But Sora suddenly becomes worried because he doesn't know what to give to Mai. While Pachai eats his dog food, Mai watches it, and Sora tries to find something for Mai to eat. By the time he finishes cooking, he notices that Mai is eating dog food from Pachai's bowl. He stops Mai-kun and then tries to give him cucumbers, but he refuses. However, Mai-kun enjoys apples and noodles as well. Sora writes down all the things Mai-kun likes to eat. After Sora steps away for a bit, he returns to find Mai peacefully asleep beside Pachai. It looks like they've become good friends. During school, Sora excitedly tells his friend Tezuki that his dad has sent him a tiny mummy, and he invites him to his house to meet Mai-kun. When they get back home, Sora sees that Mai is completely dry and panics. But then he gives it some water and Mai quickly gets back to normal. Tezuki is amazed because, like Sora, he had no idea that mummies could be like this. Sora tells Mai that Tezuki is his friend. But Mai is a bit scared of Tezuki and doesn't want to be touched by him. Seems like Mai-kun is a bit of a scaredy cat, so it's probably him being cautious of a new person showing up. Later, Sora decides to take a bath and plan to do it alone. But Mai wants to join him. Sora took a bath with him and little guy was swimming around the bathtub to his heart's content. But when Sora takes him out, he absorbs water like crazy and turns into a water balloon. Next day, we learn that Sora isn't doing well in school. His friend Tezuki offers him some notes to copy, which he will collect later. But on reaching home, Sora is shocked to see that Mai is dry again. So, he gives him water and Mai is fine again. Sora wonders why Mai keeps drying out. Well, this mystery will be solved later. Now, Sora needs to make dinner and Mai wants to help. He tries to hold a knife that's way too big for him. So Sora makes a knife and gives him a tiny knife that's really cute. Mai is super happy to help and starts cutting the vegetables Sora gave him. But when he looks away for a moment, Mai slips and almost falls. Sora quickly saves him, but he gets a little hit on his face. Mai-kun feels sorry and starts crying. Sora comforts him, saying it's okay. Hearing this, Mai gets normal and starts rubbing against Sora's finger. Dinner is being prepared, and Keeb can smell it from her room, where she's still working. Afterwards, Sora copies the notes, and Mai tries to help by turning pages, but accidentally wrinkles Tezuki's notebook. So, Sora makes a small notebook just for Mai. Right then, Tezuki shows up. Sora gives back Tezuki's notebook and goes to get snacks. Mai gets scared of being alone with Tezuki. When Sora returns with snacks, he notices that Mai is still scared of Tezuki. When he says the snacks look tasty, Mai thinks he means to eat him. Sora leaves Mai with Tezuki again for a bit. Tezuki wants to touch Mai, so he offers a bite of a snack. But Mai thinks Tezuki wants to fatten him up to eat him, so he shivers and cries because he's so scared. This actually makes Tezuki more curious to touch Mai. Finally, he tricks Mai-kun into getting closer and grabs him. He tries to take off Mai-kun's bandages to see what's under them. but Sora hits him. Sora shows how protective he can be and can seem a bit scary when he wants to. But there might be a point to it. What if Mai-kun's bandages are like human skin? To make things better, Sora gives Tezuki some dog food. Tezuki uses the food to say sorry, and Mai comes closer, takes the food, and starts rubbing Tezuki's finger to show that he forgives him. Now, they become friends. Tezuki feels bad for toying with something so cute. At tea time, Sora tells Tezuki that he wants to bring Mai to school to stop him from drying out. Tezuki thinks Sora is joking, but he's serious. The next day, during class, Mai keeps trying to come out of Sora's bag and bothers him while he's studying. After class, Sora tells Mai to act like a stuffed toy at school, and Mai promised to do so. But when he was thinking to place Mai on desk, he sneezes. A girl in their class named Asan notices this. She finds it cute, and says she's never heard a stuffed toy sneeze. This makes Sora and Tezuki worried about being caught. So, Sora acts as if he was the one who sneezed. Asa then starts touching Mai, on which Sora tells her that he will lend her Mai. He then quickly makes several plushies similar to Mai. However, due to a mix-up, Asa accidentally takes the real Mai-kun. Upon realizing this, Sora rushes to find Asa. During physical education class, Asa leaves Mai in her locker. Sora and Tezuki plan to rescue him. Mai-kun thinks of escaping and reuniting with Sora. He gets out of the locker, crawls through a hole in the wall, and enters the air ducts. There, he encounters a big rat that starts chasing him. Sora and Tezuki continue searching for Mai during physical education class, and although they meet Asa but don't spot Mai, Sora has a race to finish, so he runs fast to complete it quickly and keep looking for Mai. Meanwhile, Mai
Misis, ang surf bar, yulok na. Presyong wais.
is still running from the rat. Sora already knows that Asa left Mai in the locker room, so he plans to go there. Unexpectedly, Mai comes out from the bushes, still running from the rat. While Sora holds Mai, Tezuki catches the rat, and tells him that he doesn't need to pretend to be a stuffed toy at that moment. Sora is relieved to find Mai. Later, Asa talks to Sora and tells him that she lost the stuffed toy he gave her, but this time Sora gives her
Kaya na talaga. Anong oras ba? 4:30.
that she lost the stuffed toy he gave her, but this time Sora gives her the real stuffed toy and she feels happy to have it. The next morning, relieved to find Mai. Later, Asa talks to Sora and tells him that she lost the stuffed toy he gave her, but this time Sora gives her the real stuffed toy and she feels happy to have it. The next morning, we finally meet the woman Sora lives with. Surprised to see his bento box filled with dog food. When Sora returns, she starts questioning about why he has dog food in his box. She begins to feel down. Sora comforts her by patting her and clarifying that the dog food is for Mai-kun. He then introduces Mai-kun to her, and we also learn that she is Sora's aunt, Keed. Keed isn't surprised to find a tiny mummy now living with them. But when Sora tells about the big casket Mai-kun came in, she gets really excited. She hugs the casket with joy, saying she always wanted it. Now Sora is running late for school, so he heads to school with Mai-kun and stays home, locking himself up in his room in order to avoid getting the others sick. He calls his aunt for some water, but due to the fever, he couldn't manage to open the door. His aunt enters